What's up, guys? It's John here at National Sports Entertainment, and sorry I couldn't get a bunch of these games in the same video earlier. It's just like I said, between the NFL lines and these lines, going over Thursdays games, Fridays, sometimes I don't see a specific game until not the last minute, but I'll see like something pop up that's unusual, and it'll be pretty close to the game. So this one was requested in the comments, and I had noticed it as well. So again, anytime I notice something and others also notice it, there's a good chance that it's not a coincidence. So this one is the Alabama Crimson Tide, and for some reason, they are 17-point favorites here at Arkansas. And yes, Alabama's got a great team. Bryce Young is just looking unstoppable. But at the same time, Arkansas is a ranked team, and they're one that is being pushed. The narrative is that they're really not as bad as they're being made out to be, and they should be better than 20th, and this is not going to be a blowout. And that might be the case. Like I said, there's a possibility that Arkansas keeps it close and could play spoiler. I just think this is one, again, where a lot of the money is going to be on Arkansas to cover. I can't even see this one being where people think Arkansas might upset Alabama. If you look at the Texas game, people might have that same idea. That being said, again, I think they're trying to establish Bryce Young as just head and shoulders the best college quarterback. Him and Ohio State's quarterback, so I think it's like Straub or something. They're just being set head and shoulders ahead of everybody else. And in college, it's rare that you'll see somebody that's being established like this just not have a crazy game. You can tell it's a higher over-under. So I do think it's a trap, and Alabama does win this game with a 17. There is another game I like as well. As we can see, the Minnesota game is still up in the air. It could go either way. As we saw last night, there's never a guarantee. One game you could be up on and they come back, and vice versa. I do think we hold. It's 10-3. Purdue has the ball, and we have 9.5 points. So yeah, I do think that one holds. So for the Alabama game, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to play to win 25. It's at 17 points. I think it's going to be a rout. We can look at the half point to see the disparity. So it would be 29 if we were to buy that half point, in case it was exactly 17, which again would be very rare. And if we just do the regular spread, it's not much of a difference. So I'm just going to personally buy a half a point, only because you never know when it's going to be 2 touchdowns and a field goal. So that's just what I'm doing. But I do think it'll be a rout, and if you just want to take the 17, that's fine too. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take Alabama here, minus 16.5. And like I said, you can easily do the 17. The line was 16.5 and moved between that and 17.5. So it really depends on your book as well. And the other one I like, and again, as I said, this is not concrete, but again, it's just one that has been very consistent, is the against the spread record. And if we look, this is this year. We look against the spread. Oregon State's one of the very few teams that is perfect against the spread. And I do like Utah in this game. So we got that one coming up. And I think that Utah is going to win by quite a bit. Just again, I've noticed very often when teams start off 4-5-3-0 against the spread, looking back several years, this one we're going to do to win 20. We don't want to have too many outstanding for 25. So this is to win 20, and then the other one's to win 25. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of times when you have a team like Oregon State who's opened undefeated against the spread, very often they'll have a game where they miss it by quite a bit. So that's what I expect to happen here. Is we're going to have, I do believe Alabama hits. One of the other reasons I like Alabama is a lot of the top teams. If you look at Oklahoma, you look at some of the other games going on, Minnesota, they're not covering, and well, Minnesota still can. I don't see it happening, but they're not covering the spreads, and a lot of times when that doesn't happen, again, it'll wind up evening out where teams like Alabama will hit the spread. So we got Utah minus 10.5, and then that's to win 20. And then we have Alabama minus 16.5 to win 25. So those the two outstanding we have going on, obviously, and then Purdue we already picked 27.75 to win 25. So that's what we got going on, and I'll provide more updates, but I wanted to get this one out so people had more than ample time to pick Alabama and Oregon State if they wanted to. They are their own sequence because I see Purdue holding, as well as we can always add another game should Purdue not hold. So take care. I just wanted to get these out there. I would have done them all in one video, but sometimes I don't see a game until the analysis, or I don't see new information until after I put out the one. So I wanted to get the Purdue one out in time, and I want to get these ones out in time. So happy earnings. Take care. And put in the comments if you want a night game, if there's a specific game, 5, 6 o'clock, or another 3 or 4 o'clock game that you're interested in seeing, or that you just found peculiar. I could certainly go and do a deep dive on that. Happy earnings.